Do you have to train to bump, even though Todd says you're not going to bump?
I wrestled. I had to do a tryout match wrestling. And so I wrestled the match, and when I was done, I remember throwing up in the bathroom.
From nerves or exhaustion?
My nerves were bad, yeah, and it was, I mean, it wasn't like this elaborate match. It was just a couple moves here and there, but he just wanted to see how far along I guess I got or whatever. And then I was told to come to, I think it was Montgomeryville, Pennsylvania. Show up in Montgomeryville. And so I
Miss Montgomeryville.
Well, I show up there and I meet Paulie for the first time. And I remember he shakes my hand, and he must have heard things about me from training. And he says, you ready to work? And I said, sure, I'm ready to work. Now, at this point, I don't know half the moves that the guys are doing. I have no idea what certain bumps are. And he's like, will you take a chokeslam tonight from 911? And I go, okay. And he goes, is there a problem? I go, no, sir, there's no problem. I'll take it. He goes, good. He goes, you just won a beauty contest. Go get dressed. So I go, okay. So I had a dress with me. I was the guest timekeeper.
Okay.
And I walk out. I had to walk down these steps to get to the ring. And I'm saying to myself, if I fall down these steps, I'm going to look like a real idiot. But I took my time. I walked to the timekeeper, and they made me ring the bell for a couple matches. Nobody knew who I was.
Right.
I was just this little girl. I was like 110 pounds back then. And I didn't even know my cue. I think it was just like, oh, he'll just come grab you. And I said, oh, okay, well, I don't know if you know Al, but...
Yeah, but you don't talk to Al at all about how to take
I don't remember talking to him beforehand, no. And I just remember him grabbing me, pulling me in the ring, and I'm saying, oh my gosh, my underwear is going to be showing, and I'm trying to keep my... And he just picked me up and threw me. And that place, it was a collective, and then nothing. You could hear a pin drop, because everybody was just like, oh my gosh.
It's the real heat right there.
They take me on a stretcher, and they take me right out the door. I didn't even go to the locker room. That was like old school stuff, and I went right home. So that was that. And then I got called back to come back again.
So you go home.
I go home.
And you feel elated because you just performed? You feel like retarded because you were selling insurance a year ago, and now a giant guy threw you down on the mat? What are you feeling?
I was happy because I said, oh, I did something big. Like, I think everybody liked it. Because I didn't get to go to the locker room, so I didn't know what the boys' response was at that time. But then when I got the call, like, okay, they want you to come back, then I was just like, oh, I think that was pretty good. I think I did good, And I was happy because I wanted, at this point I'm training and I liked what I was doing. I wanted to get a job. I said, okay, the more I work, I said to myself, maybe if I take like the guys' finishers, maybe that would tell people, oh, she's here to work. She's not here just to stay.
So even then, you were aware that women in the business fall into two categories.
Yes.
The ones that will do the business, and the girls that are there to wear bikinis.
Right, right. And I didn't want to wear a bikini. I wanted to work.
Interesting. But the very astute. The only reason I'm saying that is because you didn't have 20 years in the business to learn that. You had a year of training, and you already knew that. Didn't someone tell you, like, there's a certain attitude you should go into this with? They
just said, be personable, keep your mouth shut, but shake everybody's hand the old school way. Shake everybody's hand when you come in. Keep your mouth shut, don't be too opinionated, and hopefully it'll work in your favor. And just, if somebody asks you to do something work-related, you do it.
I've known you for 35 minutes. Very hard for you to keep your mouth shut, I would guess, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, right?
A little bit. If I don't like something, I'm very vocal about it.
Right.
And I don't like to be taken advantage of. So my mind frame was, I will keep my mouth shut unless I can be put into a dangerous situation.
Gotcha.
Because I still don't know these people, so I'm still kind of feeling my way around.
So you take that bump and you get called the next day, or what?
Yeah, I get called that week, and we were doing something, and they then wanted me to wrestle at Pulsation's nightclub, a match. But in the middle of the match, Al was going to come out and do the same deal, grab both the girls and do the same deal. And I said, no problem. And that's exactly what we did. And
Is this when he was still running like the nightclubs and like the?
yeah, this was
What's the pitcher? The Phillies pitcher had the place. The Mike Schmidt's club. Maybe that was before.
I think that was Eastern Championship.
When it
This,
was
this
okay.
was Extreme by
Right,
now.
right, okay.
Yeah, but we're still Penny Pulse. I was Penny Pulsations because we were at Pulsations nightclub, and there were all these tables and chairs set up, and so it was kind of like just a casual atmosphere. Everybody's drinking and eating, and here's a wrestling show going on, and there we go. There was a stage, and I just remember Al coming out, and when we saw him, we knew it was go home time, and you just grab him, boom, and that was it.
So you're able to take the bump without injury?
Yeah.
Okay.